Hello. Welcome back to the Cadillac Guy 100 channel. It's time for an update on this 1987 Cadillac Brougham. I've been waiting to post this because I wanted to see how it was going to play out. The auction ended August 31st and it didn't hit reserve, so it went directly to classifieds, which Hemmings calls make an offer. And the guy that offered me $35 American on the auction, for some reason, offered me $1,000 on make an offer. So I don't know what he was thinking. But the car sold 4 times to the Americans, and only one of them was actually knowledgeable about the process of importing this car to the United States. So this video is kind of about the hurdles you have to face when selling a car abroad. The biggest obstacle for me, I think you could say, is ignorance. And I don't mean that in any way to be insulting to anybody that's been contacting me, but it's important to educate yourself about things. The majority of people who wanted to buy this car, the 3 of the 4, thought, even dealers in New Hampshire thought I could just drive it across the border. That's called car smuggling. This car has a Canadian title, Canadian registration. It has to be imported to become an American car. And that's not a big deal. It's just a matter of paperwork. But once they found out I couldn't drive it across the border, or they couldn't drive it across the border, they ran the other direction as fast as they possibly could. The reason for that, I don't know. It's like they're scared to do paperwork, which is totally their business, and I respect the decision. But the 4th man, who I just talked to yesterday, he and I agreed on a very fair price for this car. And we all know $6,000 American is a bargain for this car in the States. And it's right on the money in Canada. But about half what America, or half or more, they sell for in the States. So ignorance with regards to how to import it is what killed this car for 3 of the buyers. The 4th buyer knew all about importing, wasn't scared by any of it. Smart, very nice gentleman. But the issue was they want $4,000 on top of what he's paying to buy it, to get this car to Florida. And that was the last straw. He says he can't put $4,000 into shipping. So I think this car might not be sold, at least not to the Americans, because shipping is so bad with the price of fuel right now, and also people don't understand how to ship it. Another issue is I've been dealing with is what I always call, if you watch my channel, you know what I mean, keyboard warriors. People who are yellow cowards who feel it's fine to send insults to the internet, but wouldn't dare say it to my face because they're full like a wet Kleenex. Let me show you why I say that. Let's go for a little walk. I want to show you my work van. My work van has 200,000 Canadian kilometers on it. And why would I show you my work van? I'm going to tell you. This is what they call pedal wear. That's 200,000 kilometers of pedal wear on my work van. These keyboard warriors say to me, it's not possible for an 87 model year vehicle to have only 110,000 kilometers on it. And number one, it is possible. Number two, it's not that low a mileage. 68,000 miles is not like 60,000 clicks or even 30,000 kilometers. It's been driven, but not like the average car. Now, for proof of this, that's why I showed you my van. Look at the pedal on this car. Next to no wear at all. And it's not just the pedal, it's the armrest. You look at these cars, even 150, these are cracked, these armrests here. And this is very important to point out, everybody. This is called piping. Any upholstery guy would know this. And on higher mileage Cadillacs, being the driver's seat, which gets the most in and out wear, this piping is worn off. All you see is the white plastic underneath the fabric. There's no wear at all on the piping. And there's no wear at all on this car, period. And the door jambs, let me show you. The whole car is moving. There's no wear on the door pins. The door pins are what control the stiffness of this door. And being the driver's door, it gets the most opening and closing. No wear at all. So when the keyboard warriors tell me it's not possible, this car's got 110, look at the pedals, look at the door pins, look at the armrests, look at everything. This car has no wear. And again, 110 is not ridiculous. Like if I was up there saying to you guys, it's got 10,000 kilometers or something ridiculous. Yeah, of course, you have every right to question that. But the evidence is overwhelming. And on the report, it shows service at 98,000 kilometers in this town it was bought in. So everything adds up. But even without the paperwork, the car itself sells itself. So this is where I'm at. And sadly, there are a few scammers out there, but they actually don't bother me because they're easier to spot than you know, a red dot on a white wall. Like you can tell they're scammers by the way they talk. They can't speak good English, or they offer you some crazy amount. And one guy wanted me to offer me a full price if I drove it to him. I said, well, I can probably get it to you, but I need a deposit to hold it. Once I showed him I needed some kind of security, he's not going to scam me, he got all mad and insulted and basically showed his true colors. So he was a crook. When you sell a car online, there's a lot of hurdles you got to overcome. Crooks are one of them. I expected it. I'm used to it. It's not my first rodeo. But what I did not expect was the number of insults people like to send through the internet. I'm not sure it's being home with COVID. People got bored. Let's bother this nice guy and criticize his car. But really, what's there to criticize? The car is mint. I've never once told anybody it's a showroom car. It's a beautiful original car. I had beautiful work done to it to keep it original. The vinyl roof, the fillers, the paint work, the headliner's been replaced. A lot of these cars need headliners. They need fillers, they need vinyl tops. This car is already done. So I basically have given up on the Americans just because of logistics and them not wanting to deal with importing and also, of course, shipping. And I fully respect that. Shipping is expensive and I have no problem with that at all. What I have a problem with is people being rude to me and lying about my car. So a reason I showed you guys that, not that the ignorant people are going to even watch my videos, but the pedals and the car and the wear or lack of wear shows the true mileage more than anything else I could possibly show you guys. So I told a really good friend this morning, I said the worst things in life than having a nice Cadillac Brougham in your collection. And it truly is one of the nicest ones out there. Anybody who lives in Ontario, you look right now on Kijiji and Marketplace. There's an 87 Brougham in Hamilton, Ontario for $14,500. There's one in Quebec for an 88 or 89 for $18,000. There's one for $8,000 and up. But most are over $10,000. I'm asking $75,000, which is not a lot for this car. Not a lot. It needs everything it needs has been done. The wipers work, the signals work, the lights work, the heater works, the power windows, power locks work. It's and of course the normal wear things are already been done. The fillers, the roof, the headliner, the paint. It's a beautiful car to take your family out for a Sunday afternoon drive, take your grandkids to the ice cream shop. It's just a beautiful old Cadillac, you know? So if any of you really want this car, I suggest you message me, and within Canada, shipping is much cheaper and also much easier. So please feel free to message me to ask about shipping. And I know a couple of guys I can send you your names. And Americans that are in the know and want this car, I would suggest you only ship it to New York State. Don't worry about shipping it to Mississippi or Florida. Ship it across the border, get the paperwork done, get an American title, then you can drive it or tow it home much easier. It's around $1,000 or so to get it across the border, American. And you decide what you want to do. But how you ship it is none of my business. Who you contact is none of my business. Once the car is paid for, the signed ownership goes with the Cadillac. It's yours after that. What you do with it is your business. But I just wanted to let you guys know that the car is still here, and the hurdles of selling it abroad are quite extreme. Mostly ignorance, keyboard warriors, and the price of fuel has affected the cost of shipping. So it is what it is. But I'm not upset. I have a beautiful car in my collection to add to my already nice, menagerie of Cadillacs. So not a big deal. And if you want it, it's here. If you don't, I'll just enjoy it and keep it under cover. So thank you all for watching. Really appreciate all the nice comments, not the bad ones. The nice ones are great. And, it's definitely a magnificent example. I mean, it truly, truly is. Thank you all for watching. Just going back inside now. And I'll see you all down the road.